Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. And as sure as, we get everything set up over here, I get a message saying, hey, the broadcast has stopped. I'm like, because of the internet. But then it just says, hey, would you like to resume? So hopefully I'm over here trying to check and make sure that we are live. I hear myself on the YouTube channel, so that's a good thing. I'm not too sure what's happening over on the Facebook side of things, but hopefully you're hearing all of this audio and visual goodness over here. Happy March 2nd. We have just finished celebrating Black History Month. So shout out to Black History Month and everything that we do get done during that particular month. So just shout out. Let me see if my sound, there we go. Man, it's been a while since I've been live on the West Side Show here. So so now we are into Women's History Month, and so
I can't keep up.
Dude, did I ask you to say something yet, man?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the intro. Anyway, this dude, he's been over here hanging out with me. So if you read the bio, the intro, the description of tonight's podcast episode, I have a wonderful friend who is in the building again. Shout out to my friend. I'll call him Darron Jones. We call him Chief. There's a whole bunch of nicknames that we have for this guy. But just so happy to have my man, Darron Jones, in the building tonight. So what's going on, sir?
Not a thing, not a thing. And if it was, it'd be too much.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a true player statement right there.
It sounds like I got 3 kids and 2 grandchildren.
Absolutely. Well, hey,
you know what I mean?
I don't know anything about that. Don't want to know anything about it right now. So you enjoy all that stuff. Everybody. I'm just happy to celebrate just an almost empty nest. I have, oldest son hanging out with us.
Yeah.
He calls us, his mom and I, we're the roommates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're the roommates.
Yeah. I would love to see what that feel like.
Man, I mean, sometimes it really does feel like being a roommate with your oldest because, he comes and goes as he please. And we're like, hey, should we lock the door? Nah, he got his own key. He know how to get in.
Yeah.
He might say, hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going so-and-so. All right, be safe. Other times,
don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. No say nada. So, it is what it is. So, but no, you can have that, man. But I'm sure it's a joy.
It is. It has some joyous moments. How about that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm over here still double checking to make sure our audio is fine. And if you're watching right now, please feel free to drop some comments if you want to say hey to myself, Mr. Riley, or to my friend over there, Darron Jones, the Chief Executive Officer, made up title, of the EPE Emphatic Praise Explosion. So for our new folks who are here who might not know who you are, just kind of explain who you are and what the EPE is all about.
All I am is the visionary of EPE. EPE is short for Emphatic Praise Explosion. We just completed our 15th year, glory be to God. And man, everyone has truly been its own. You know what I mean? There's been no attachments from one to the next. Everyone has literally had its own space, and it's been just an outstanding space to have and to be in and to be present in it. So it's just beautiful, beautiful.
Good. So we do have a comment over here from Erwin on the Facebook side.
Wait.
Erwin says, what up, bruh?
What's happening, dog?
He says, you real choppy. So I don't know what that's all about.
Because they know how I talk.
Man, I think it has absolutely nothing to do with how you talk. But what I am going to do is I'm going to shut down some of my applications, something I probably should have done before we started. And Erwin, if you can be my technical side over there on the other side, just let me know if we're still choppy over here. As I'm shutting things down so that we only have what we need for this particular broadcast. All right. So, what are some other things about the Emphatic Praise Explosion? First of all, where did that name come from?
Trey Loftus came up with the name, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, Trey Loftus came up with the name, Emphatic Praise Explosion. Just looking for something that would be catchy.
Yeah.
Something that would define what we were looking to do with this concert, and something that was also transcending, something that could start it off and keep it going and still grow into. And I believe it turns out to be the perfect name. You can say it the long way, Emphatic Praise Explosion, or you can say it the EPE way, keep it nice and short, and it still mean the same thing.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you your personal preference. Do you like referring to it as the EPE, or do you like calling it the Emphatic Praise Explosion?
That's a good question.
I'll try.
Yeah, that's a good question. For all the dignitaries, I like to keep it as Emphatic Praise Explosion.
Okay.
Seems to have a little bit more weight to it, like that. But then with all the quick people who need something real quick, EPE serves just fine.
Okay.
That really didn't answer the question, which one I preferred. But I would probably say Emphatic Praise Explosion, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay. So the Emphatic Praise Explosion is, some people refer to it as a concert. Some people refer to it as a time for praise and worship. Some people refer to it just a gathering of just, being in the space and, the fellowship and the music and everything. How do you kind of categorize or, if you were explaining to someone who'd never been to an EPE, I mean, it's been going on for at least 15 years, correct?
Yeah, this is the 15th
So what would be the elevator pitch in 1 minute? What would you say to someone who has never heard of the Emphatic Praise Explosion or EPE? What would you say to them to help them understand what it is and to invite them to come out and be a participant?
All I would really want to say is if you've ever been to something, concert, workshop, musical, and you want all the boxes checked off, EPE is that event.
Gotcha.
Literally, EPE is that event. So you take however you get down. You want to go, you go to a concert and you're like, I was missing something there, right? So I didn't get everything that I was looking for. Or if you've been to a musical, if you've been to a cappella workshop and just something ain't quite been there, all I can tell you is, and you don't have to take my word for it, is what everybody else say. You can get it all. Check all the boxes at EPE, literally. You check all the boxes.
Absolutely. Now, just to provide further context, because in the description I did call this a debrief, and so if you follow your boy, if you follow me, and if you follow the Emphatic Praise Explosion on like some of the social media platforms, you've seen posts of folks, little snippets of folks, doing their thing, and so I do have like a small 1-page kind of photo gallery to maybe help, help folks who've never been there. So here's some that I just pulled down real quick a few moments ago. Now, of course, you can't see them, Darron, but I have you pictured, and we can call out some of the groups, and so I have those four guys. Those four guys, and in
Sterling Quartet,
man, like almost like a barbershop quartet, and I have them singing in one picture. I have Misty Houston. She was singing with the big group from Dallas.
Acapella Alliance.
Absolutely. So I have her in a picture, and then I have Acapella Alliance. I have Tim Anderson, who man, he was wearing all the cardigans and all the vests, and just brought the word.
He packed light.
Man, he packed a light. I mean, and for him, he's both a singer and a preacher, which is like, you call that a dual threat in basketball, right?
Yeah.
And then we have, of course, you kind of smiling at the camera in one of your mini outfits, looking nice and dapper. And then we have the director of Acapella Alliance, Cliff. He's kind of encouraging the audience to kind of clap their hands and get into it. So it's like a little small photo montage, man. You know, that whole weekend, that experience that we experienced this past January, Martin Luther King weekend.
Bomb.com.
Give us just a synopsis. You mentioned the quartet, Acapella Alliance. Tim Anderson brought some word. I mean, the list goes on and on. We had groups here from Los Angeles locally, providing their gift or giving us of their gift. We had wonderful MCs, Lee Bryant and Jonathan Williams. You had Salo. I mean, it was just, you know.
You literally just had everything.
Yeah.
It was year 15. And I wanted to, we had Unique come up, and Unique was one of the groups that's helped start us off. So that's why I wanted them to come back. I wanted them to come back and participate. And I told them especially individually what they meant to me by being able to be here this time around. You had the family.
Yes.
Also, and that had Shannon Bailey in it, which is Misty's younger brother.
Yes.
And then you had the 3 Fitzgerald daughters.
Yes. Okay, see, I didn't know all 3 of, I know one of them really looked like Thomas. One of them did. One of them really did. I was like, okay, I wondered, you know, but all 3. Okay, see, I didn't know all 3 were.
All 3 of them is the Thomas Fitzgerald sister. Daughters. Daughters.
Yeah.
And so, and then you had the Figueroa chorus who came out and did their thing, and then you had Normandy chorus who showed out and did their thing, and TJ and Deja, my man, introduced one of his songs that he wrote with Normandy chorus. Man, it just was the thing and the place to be each and every time. And the thing is, I can't lie. I'm telling you, every time I just get this nervous. Did we get it right this time?
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta stop because I'm looking at the photo gallery. So yours truly took millions of photos. Well, not millions, but I took over probably 1,500 photos. I tried to dwindle it down to like, you know, a couple of hundred per night. And, you know, I got a happy trigger finger. So, you know, once the praise goes up, the trigger finger just starts firing off. Kenyon Coleman. We can't forget about my man right there.
Cold.
And you know, I think I got him not in this gallery, but you know, he was kind of walking around and he had a wardrobe malfunction.
And only Lee Bryant will point that out on the microphone.
Only Lee Bryant. And so I'm looking at the gallery. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I did or I was like, you know what? I don't want to put the brother out there like that.
Don't do it.
No. But
he deserved it, though. He come out here talking about in and out, though.
Man, okay, right?
But no. Kenyon, man, that's my boy, man. That's my boy. I call upon him. And he's willing to come. Actually, I was going to have Power come. But one of the cousins in Power, and in Power is Kenyon, his sister, and their cousin.
Okay.
One of them was pregnant.
Okay.
So that prevented them from coming together. So that was how we just had Kenyon.
Yeah.
But man, I want to tell you that I remember one time, Jimmy, we was interviewing, and you asked me about a specific moment.
Yeah.
Or a couple of specific ones. And there are 2. That I know of, but I do know this. That intro that was on the spur of the moment on Sunday.
Yeah.
Doing Terry May song, That's Why I Feel Safe. When we started, that was all impromptu. That was literally impromptu. Darren was like, came up to me like, hey, get the group together. We're going to come in on the back end of Terry May's song, and we're going to have Kenyon do it. Man, that was bonkers.
Yeah. And what I have on the screen is I have like some of the thousands of photos that I have of that particular night, in particular Kenyon. And so, no, it was a super well-rounded weekend of praise. If you came there for the praise, if you came there for the word, if you went there for the fellowship, I mean, you took something away each and every night of the 3 nights. And then, you kicked it off on Thursday night with the Alpha Generation experience at Crenshaw.
Yes.
So it was just a wonderful, wonderful night or weekend, 4 days of just wonderful singing, praising, fellowship. I mean, you had vendors, it was just super, super dope.
Yeah, it was. Pepperdine represented well.
Yes.
Off the chain. They presented at the Alpha, the Generation Alpha, and then they presented at a EPE, and both times was great. My kids went to the Generation Alpha, and they came home telling my wife, talking about, hey, Mom, they sounded like, what's that movie? She would know what movie it is. It's a movie where they sing in a cappella. I cannot remember the name of that movie, but she was like, Sydney was like, they sound just like them.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, cool. It's always good when your own kids speak well of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That kind of lets you know, because they definitely gonna let you know when you out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So with the fact that they like, nah, this was cool, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna run it back again.
Absolutely. And speaking of, folks being from all over, Crystal Woodard, formerly here, used to live here back in the day. She's watching. She sends her love.
Yeah, Pitch Perfect. That's the name of the movie.
Pitch Perfect. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So she sends her love. So, hey, Crystal, she says, hey, James and Darren, love from Dallas.
What up?
And then we have Rich Allen,
Arkansas.
36, says nothing like it. And then the bigness, Erwin says, hey, sounds great over here. Thank you, sir, for checking in, making sure that the sound is great. And then at the point where I was talking about the vests, someone said, travel talk with Lindy, 6651. She says cardigans, LOL. So I'm sorry. And then Rich Allen says pitch perfect. And then, so they might be a little bit behind. And then someone said, that is the movie. So thank you guys for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So, we could keep kind of going on and on and on, talking about the whole thing. One of my favorite, for me, Salo always hits the sweet spot every single time. Yeah. I mean, I can be in the happiest of moods. I can be in the saddest of moods. Yeah. Salo is just that premier group that really puts the emphasis on praise and worship. And, they just, I think as being from an a cappella background, it took me to be in a space with instrumental music to really understand what it means to be ushered in. So I know that's kind of like an oxymoron, but where I was and when I was there, it was just like the spirit was definitely there. And so anytime I hear Salo, take us up, that kind of reminds me and puts me in that place where, I don't have to worry about anybody. I can just really focus and get my praise on, not caring who's looking at me or whatever the case might be. Yeah. Salo always puts me in that mode. And so I look for those opportunities because working with media on Sundays, I can't praise.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Right. You're a worship leader. Yeah. You really can't praise the way you want to.
Right.
Because you're leading. I mean, you can, but it's you kind of got to be aware of yourself and of the folks that you're leading during that worship service.
True. And then, just to see, as we're going through it, I'm literally remembering all the groups.
I know you are.
Altadena.
Yes. Because
remember, they did the shout out about dealing with the Altadena fires and things of that nature on Saturday when they did that. So yeah.
So Belinda's here from the Metro Praise team. That's what Travel Talk with Lindy 6651. Thank you for being here. Just gotta. And she also says, here supporting our leader, Darren, you're doing an amazing job year after year.
Thank you, sister.
So I know we kind of talked about in the description. We talked about kind of recapping. What was your top 3 favorite moments, if you can remember,
Okay.
of the whole weekend?
Of the entire week.
Now you don't have to put 1, 2, 3, but just share top 3 that you can remember right now, because I know there's so many.
It is. It is so many. It really is so many. I can literally have 1A, B, and C.
Absolutely.
2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, right?
Okay, so you go, you give one, you give one, and then I'm gonna give you one.
Okay.
So let's go back and forth 3 times.
So probably the most, my one, definitely my one. It was after we did the thing with Kenyon on that side when he opened up with Safe in His Arms. And then I had him do another song. But then before we did the other song, when I called up that young kid from the crowd to come lead his song,
Yeah.
I was ready to go after that because I just knew if what I did with him meant to what was done with me.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that one there just took me. When I told him to come up and he paused and like looked, his eyes was wide as on, like, what? Are you kidding? And he came on up and did his song. That's my one, bro. That's my one. That one right there was my number one.
Okay, so let me give you my one. I think for me, and I've already talked about Salo, so that's a given. Anytime Salo's in the building, boom, that's gonna be my number one, right?
Yeah.
But for me, and I think I said it pre-show, I was like, I was fanboying, and I don't know Tim Anderson, but just the way that dude is just so smooth with both speaking and singing. I mean, it's just, and brother got a nice beard too. So I
taught him everything he knows. I taught him everything he knows.
You fool! Stop it. No, I mean, I was just checking him out. I was just like, okay, he's bringing the word, and he is nice on the mic in terms of just his vocal stylings. And so for me, one man band, the wardrobe, the vocal ability, singing, vocal ability, speaking. Just super awesome, super great. And
the way he takes his time when he is singing, and I said, bro, I don't know what you're doing, but I've literally got to study this because it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold, and he and it's even better because he's a humble spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it even makes it even that much better because he's a humble spirit.
So, someone was earlier talking about, me or him wearing this cardigan. So let me just give you guys an image of what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about if you've never experienced the EPE. So let me go to Friday night, because I think Friday night he had on the black and white.
Yeah.
The black and white. I got that over here. There we go. And then, there was one pose that he was looking right at me, so I had to snap that really, really quick.
Yeah, that was a good picture.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's this one right here on now you can't see, but you already know which one I'm talking about. He looking right at me. I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you. No, he was super guy, super nice, and so that's Tim Anderson. That's my number one. All right, so your turn. You go back. Give me another one. Favorite moment from the weekend.
One of my favorites was then Terry Miller singing Riding Through the Storm.
Yeah.
And it made me real emotional, but that's just a beautiful song of going through and conquering.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah.
And so every time she did. Now the thing was.
Now was that the Friday night or Sunday? Because she each night, hands down.
I think that was Saturday night.
Okay, all right. I got Saturday night on here.
Yeah, I think that was Saturday night. And so she did that, and actually, I was mad at O'Sheree because she was recording. She did her little recording, and she panned over there following her, and I'm just standing up there red-eyed and everything. I'm like, girl, you got me on here crying.
No, I got you. Actually, I got you too, bro. Check this one out. Hold on, let me pull it up. I got you too. You just like,
Ooh. But you know, I wish people could understand like some of the stresses on putting this thing together.
Yeah.
And then with all the stresses for the Lord to still just show his self in it, and everybody is blessed, and it's like it's just it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's just, and you know, I am a person, as the older I get, the more people I know who going through some things.
Yeah.
And so these songs really strike a nerve of and resonate.
Yeah.
And you know, and I be thinking about other people, you know, and the stuff that they going through. And I'm just like, man. So I told them before they came, I said, you know, you've got to sing this song for me.
Yes. So I know you can't see the photo, but you'll see it probably when you rewatch do the replay. It's the same lady singing. That was Saturday night. They had on the black shirts, the Acapella Alliance, and then in the background, one of her members of the group.
Now I'm gonna tell you about that.
Yeah,
that's her sister.
Okay.
They recently had lost their mother. So that's where that came from.
That's it. That's what you call that gut-wrenching praise, right? It's just like, man, I mean, so now for me, that makes sense. Yeah. Because, you know, ordinary folks would not really understand what's going on, right? They want to know the tea, right? And so now, you know, if you were there in the building and you see what this picture is all about, you kind of know the backstory. Yeah. You know, for just a casual observer, if you don't know the backstory, you just like, okay, somebody's carrying on. Yeah. Now we know the why to just that gut-wrenching, sorrowful, just wailing out. Yeah. And so it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you one of mine. Another one of mine was, oh man, let me see. You know, I was sitting there during, I think it was Saturday, and I was hot. I was hot as fish grease because my tech stopped working. So I could not capture some of my favorite, you know, singers on Saturday. Right. And then all of a sudden, it started to work. Right. And so, you know, mine is my favorite was seeing Chris Krigler. That was my two. Because folks were, and I know you kind of struggled last year. We were talking pre-show about some things that happened.
Yeah, I ain't ready to tell you how Chris Krigler got here yet.
That's okay. I don't need to know that. Yeah. But him being in the building, doing what he did, and allowed folks to come into the building who were out of state, out of the city. For 5 minutes, 10 minutes, wherever it was shown on, I think it was on YouTube. Yeah, you know, he brought people into the building. Yeah. And so for me, being like a tech dude, you know, over here they call me a deacon, right? A technology deacon, because I am.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one.
So for me, I was just so excited to see him and just his availability and making sure that folks, you know, my mom, she watched from home.
Oh, beautiful.
Right? I think on Saturday, maybe Friday night as well. So
did Brother Backus.
Absolutely. And so for those folks who are not able to get in the building, now mom was able to get in the building on Sunday. She really didn't have a choice. She stayed for the whole time because I was there. But, you know, for folks who are going through things at home and not able to make it, man, having him and his wife, Dion, correct? Yep. Being in the building, recording, that was my second most favorite part of the EPE weekend.
Now, okay. So, all right. I was about to say, Jimmy, we got to go at least 4, bro.
Okay. Hold on. Let me dig in the comments. So Erwin says, yeah, Tim is a beast. Absolutely. He is. Yeah. And then he also says, the lady broke down during her solo. Amazing moment. And then praise and release moments. Yeah. Rich Allen. Yep. Super, super insightful. So, yeah, man. So go ahead.
And the thing about that, Jimmy.
Yeah.
There are those moments at every EPE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unscripted.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing, like I said, you don't have to apologize for it.
Nope.
It's expected. I mean, not expected, but you're not looked upon to be weird for doing such a thing.
Absolutely not. That's
and
the space. That's what it's for.
You're right. That's exactly what it. Come and be you here. So yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, okay. So you talked about Chris Krigler.
Yeah.
So, man, you guys, I would say all three of you guys, Chris Krigler, you, and O'Sheree. The pre-work, the mid-work, and the end-work. O'Sheree did my sis, my big sis. She did an excellent job taking these little clips in the moment and then making little clips to show afterwards. And it's almost like immediately after the program is over.
Yes.
It's available for you to watch, for you to get some kind of feel of what went on that evening, right? And if you watched all the clips, you could almost get an honest piece of that whole weekend.
Yeah.
And so I just think, man, you guys did a awesome job. And she was saying, like, man, it's the good and the bad of it, right? Because good, you getting all this content, but bad because it's not allowing you to soak in, to soak in it as well. So you doing the work, without having, without being able to worship yourself. And so I was like, I said, you're right.
Yeah.
I said, I thank y'all. I thank you. So that's my next one.
So what I have on the screen right now for those of you viewing, O'Sheree, and what I'll do is actually these are clips on the Instagram page. So I think if you're not part of it, you should join the EPE Instagram page, and I'll just drop it in the chat right there. O'Sheree did an amazing job with all of her snippets. Just love the way that she titled each and every clip, and it captured that brief moment, as well as a reel should. And so super, super nice, super dope. And then for me, I mean, that's kind of what I do now. And we were talking a couple of weeks ago, man, I still have videos. And so here's the difference. I still have videos. So last year we did kind of like the close out each night kind of, hey, we're here at the EPE. We have so-and-so here. Like last year we had Jessica Murray. Last year we had Beverly Rouse, who's my cousin.
Right.
This year, Beverly Rouse did some, at the end of the EPE each night. But what I did, I recorded them on my camera. Now, and here's the thing. For those of you who are content creators, using your phone is much better because you can instantaneously push things out. So for me, I still got at the end of each EPE Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my cousin Beverly was like, Jimmy, when you gonna drop those videos? I'm like, man, as soon as I pull them off the compact, off the card, and so it's always better. It's better to capture, to use your phone, especially. And so, I learned my lesson. Now, part of why I did not use my phone is because my memory is full.
Yeah,
right.
Gotta slow it down.
It slows. So so that's what that is. I knew it was coming. I probably should have made space on my phone. That way, things could have been uploaded every single night. Right before I went to bed. That's what I did last year. Yeah. Take that video, drop it in whatever program, get the text on there, upload it. Boom, it's done.
Yeah.
So now, when I'm using the camera, it takes me a little bit longer to get stuff out. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, and then Chris, I think all three of us, we have three different disciplines, but they all work to get the word out, to have folks be in the building that were otherwise unable to be in the space and worship and fellowship and get their praise on. So
right.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So Crystal's still watching. She says, let me actually go over here to my other scene. I'm going to have to tell you about my friend Crystal in a second. She says, We appreciate our tech friends. I follow the pages and felt like I was there. Just think, when EPE started years ago, we didn't have this option. Thank God. Absolutely. 15 years ago, we and I think I have images from 15 years ago at Cypress.
At Cypress.
When Kevin Murray was there.
Yep.
Right?
Lawrence Murray. Yep.
Hamilton, Landrum.
Yep.
Dawn.
Yeah.
I can keep going, keep going on and on. So, now we got the video, so we can bring people into space,
right?
Instead of just looking at the photo, be like, that was cool,
yeah.
Right? Okay, my time. I was really blown away by, the quartet, Sterling. Just their vocal ability, the range. And especially how they said one of the members had to fill in for another member. And so just all of them being, captivating. They're not like us. So, there's that. They had to come into a black space, and it didn't care. They didn't care.
Hey, man, they've been with us a few times before, so they already know how we get down.
Man, they blended right in.
Blend right on in.
Right. And so that's what I love. Just, you have different people from different walks of life. White, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think this was probably the first time we've had a true melting pot in terms of a lot of non-black singers or participants in groups in EPE. So I want you to think about that. Normandy, they had some folks who were non-black, right? The Latina lady, the girl, when they sang on Sunday.
Who sang the Martha Manunzi song.
Sang the face off of it. Young lady. I'm just like, okay,
Glorious.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, that brought a smile to my face, especially in a time that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
Right? With all the hatred and the things and the political climate and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Man, I was just so happy to see, and I don't know if anyone else picked up on it. I did. But yeah, just the melting pot of singers who were there in the space doing what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my number 3.
That's your number 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My number 3.
Yeah.
Is the Normandy chorus.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my number 3. And, last time we talked, I had talked about how this one had a little bit more special resonance because of the reintroduction of the Figaro and the Normandy chorus in comparison to when the old Singorama was going on, right?
Yeah.
And so to see Normandy up there and to see them infused with the young and the old, the mixture of races in the group and stuff. And so it was good. But check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and take the elephant out the room, the pink elephant out the room.
Go ahead.
And you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. When the lady was singing and she was very demonstrative with her singing, right? Okay. There was a couple of people who came up to me afterwards and asked me did I had a problem with that. And I told them, I said, before I answer this question, let me say this. I said, I don't know where her background is from. I said, I don't know what she's been through. And then I said, I don't know if I had a problem with it. I said, but what I do know is that there's a couple of instances in the Bible where people had a problem with how someone praised God. And so I said, so I'm going to just leave it at that. I said, until I get a chance to talk with her, get the chance to know her story, I don't have really a space in me to condemn how she chooses to be jubilant about her praise to God. So later on, it comes out that she's not American, she's actually African. That explains a little bit more as to why she was so jubilant. Because Africans is very demonstrative in their praise to God.
Yeah.
They're not Americanized.
No.
And so that was enough for me. I said, son, you see, I'm glad I didn't say nothing to her.
Yeah.
Because
That's her upbringing.
That's
who she is.
Yeah, that's who she is.
Yeah.
That's who she is. And so she wasn't faking or trying to show out for no camera or nothing like that. That's just who she was.
That's who she is.
And so I said, thank you.
Yeah. They call that being authentically yourself.
Yeah, that's
and
what
anytime, as a content creator, I always hear different things about, okay, you should be authentically who you are on camera and off camera. That's who she was up there singing, right? And praising. And so, yeah, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in.
Right.
So for me, however you get down, now, yeah, if you're doing something, extra crazy or extroverted, okay, I can understand. But nah, like if you're trying to burn down the place during your praise, then okay, yeah, I got a problem. But
if you got on the floor and started doing the worm or something, then you
yes, you trying to break dance, man. You did like clear the space. Let me spin on my head, right? But it wasn't all that. It was this. That's who she is. And
right.
So I'm glad that you got that clarity before you had to approach, because you approaching might have quenched her spirit.
Yeah, no, I wasn't tripping.
So
I wasn't tripping. Yeah, I really wasn't tripping.
Okay, so I think I'm not too sure if I put the Normandy comment on here, but Normandy Choir was a sweet highlight. Love their energy. And then this is Belinda Steele. She's here hanging out with us. It was nice to see their love for God. The young folks can be anywhere doing anything, and they were excited to be in the house of the Lord praising.
Yep.
So, yeah, I saw that too. You had a good mix, and especially, being a former Normandy in-crowd member. I knew some of the folks on the stage. And so you had a good mix. You had a good mix of old and new. And I was anxious to see what it was going to sound like. And it sounded like how it sounded.
Yeah.
So again, kudos to them, kudos to TJ, not DJ, kudos to TJ and just all the folks who are, rebuilding, restocking, refueling, repraising, all of these groups. And again, you gave a nod to Figueroa. So awesome. First of all, I just want to say thank you, all of you guys who are watching right now. Really appreciate this. Now, where are we at? Do we have time for one more, or should we move on? Because I know we kind of wanted to talk about, debrief a little bit, but then let's do some vision casting. And you kind of said it earlier, you're the visionary behind EPE. Yeah. So I know there were a few times when we had some of the men come up, Gamile Emerson, Greg Garrett, some other folks, Vincent Hawkins. He encouraged the folks to kind of give, because it is a free event. But and you have expenses. You bring in the groups out on Delta or Spirit or Frontier, or whatever the case might be.
That's probably gonna be my fourth. And I called Clifford after that. Don't be busting me out on that Spirit, bro. Now everybody gonna be trying to like, hey, what's up with that Delta flight though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that was probably act of God.
Yo, it definitely was.
Yeah, act of God. But no, I mean, however they get out here is how they get out here. And so I know there's so many expenses, and so I know there was a needle to kind of help raise. I think was it $15,000?
That's for this year coming up.
Okay, so let's talk about the vision. Let's finish up our time together tonight.
All right.
We'll just vision casting. Now I know there's some videos, and we had talked offline about some things that we can do to help promote. And so, like I said, I saw a video of you kind of giving a vision. So for those folks who are not on the social media, kind of walk us through what you would want the Sweet 16, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Or what is a Sweet 16 EPE Sweet 16 10th anniversary going to look like?
Customary with us, with even African Americans. What's the proper word for the? Is it Anglo-Saxons?
Sure. You can say Caucasians, man. It's all good. Different ethnicities, okay? You can say white, blacks. You can say Asians. Okay. It's all good. You can say Latinos.
Whether you white, black, Hispanic, each one of us have our own kind of Sweet 16 thing, right?
Yeah, you got the quinceañera for the Latino community.
And basically what it is what, like a coming out,
Yes.
into going into adulthood, right?
Absolutely.
Preparing.
Yes.
And so EPE is going into, 16. This is year 16. And so, trying to be about adulting things, doing better with what we got, doing better with what we have. And so, Figueroa, I love them for it.
Yeah.
I thank them for what they've been able to provide and what they still may have to provide if we don't get the funds that we need. I already told them that. I said, please don't take it the wrong way. But although Figueroa has the seating space, it don't really have the parking space for this event anymore.
This is true.
Bro, I don't know if you was able to notice, like, come 20 minutes into the program, we was over 800 people.
Yeah.
We was over 800 people. People was sitting up in the balcony a few times. And so Figueroa don't necessarily have the seating for that. And so we have to find another place to be able to have this thing real well. And so we've had relations with Carson Community Center before because we had the Power of One there. Prior to that, we've had Campaign for Christ there when the campaign was going on. So, I went back there again and talked to them, and they was like, yeah, you can have it here. And so the plan on moving forward, we'd like to have it there. And I put the video out there just showing the space.
Yeah.
That space in itself is able to seat up. At the current time, they had 750 chairs there. I think a little bit more. But they had room to add more chairs.
Yeah.
So we could literally almost seat up to 1,000 people there. Easy. And so it just fits. They got all the parking we need.
Yes.
And contrary to what the joke Lee Bryant made when Pepperdine left early about getting in before dark, well, they don't need to leave before dark no more. Yeah. Because the police station is right across the street.
Across the street, the sheriff's station.
Right across the street.
Yes, sir.
Right next to the 405 freeway.
Yes.
There's a Doubletree Hotel is literally
right down at the opposite end.
Right on the opposite end. So now that takes away, that allows us to transfer money from one place to another place because now the groups will be right there at the Doubletree.
Right there.
Yeah. So, and there's more space for the vendors. The vendors then don't have to be downstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
They're able to be right there in the entrance, right when you come in.
Yeah.
Shoot, we'll even be able to set up a VIP section with the seating at the Carson Community Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get up in that. I'm gonna have to be a part of that VIP. Yeah.
It just, again, it checks off all the boxes.
Yeah.
For us to be able to have it there.
So I'm just now seeing this. I see that Dewan L. Johnson was in the building. I'm not too sure if he still is on Facebook. He says when we were talking about the worm, he was like, not the worm. And then a few moments ago, 37 minutes ago, to be exact, Morris Pippins was in the building. He said EPE was great. And so he says, what's up, Riley? Hey, what's up, Morris Pippins? Not too sure if you're still here. But no, I think that's an awesome vision. And so I know there's campaigns or, we want to start campaigns to get everyone there. I mean, when you walk in, I think, and reflecting on your video and just how you had everything kind of laid out, a space for the kids, a space for vendors, a space for, if you have a VIP, a space for folks who are about to go on or, just coming off, you can have some hydration stations for the singers in the back or somewhere off to the side, so you have that flexibility. And of course you have the people, being there, being a part, you got parking, you got the hotel accommodations, you got everything. It's It's easy access. If you're coming from Long Beach or if you're coming from LA, you got the 405 and, you got the Carson Mall and all that kind of stuff right there nearby. So you have a lot of opportunity there. And of course, like you said, we have memories there, long memories of Power of One, Campaign for Christ, and then just other events that have been associated with the church there at the Carson Community Center.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what is it going to take for the EPE, the Sweet 16 of the EPE? What is it going to take for it to be at the Carson Community Center?
Well, right now, it's going to cost us for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. It'll cost us about $5,500, and that covers our insurances and other things like that.
So for 2 days, $5,500, Saturday and Sunday. Okay.
What is going to happen moving forward with all EPEs now is that I don't know how it is in other regions, but I know within the LA region, we have got to get our young adults back, our young people back, our high schoolers back. And I just believe that the only way we're going to get them back is by, if we can apply a dedicated time to other events, we got to apply a dedicated time to them too. And so I have determined to give Friday night to that group of people. I did a couple of Friday night lives in the past, and so we're going to go back to that. I actually got the speaker for them already. His name is Christian Malone. He's going to be coming from Alabama.
Part of the Malone family?
No, but yes.
Okay.
But he's with the Malone. He's with Jerome and Tiffany as we speak.
Okay.
But he is a great speaker, what I heard. And I know he's not even 30 years old. So he's perfect. He's perfect to come behind Jules, because Jewel Emerson did an excellent job at the Generation Alpha thing too. So so that's going up. So that'll be that. We would be at the Carson Community Center. Come take us $5,500 to get it going. Now, I'll be open and tell you.
Yeah.
We've been blessed where we have $5,500 in the bank right now. But we can't give that all out.
Hey, hold on. Let me just, hold on. I just want to make that a little bit, that air horn just a little bit louder.
Yeah.
And then, congratulations for being able to have that accountability, first of all, and have the funds for that you have. So, you're not starting from a deficit.
No.
You got a plus.
We got a plus.
So that's super, super awesome. And
we got a plus.
Being able to vision cast with some funds.
Yeah. It helps
some
a lot.
fundage. It kind of helps the vision go maybe a little bit further.
So Gamal Emerson came up with the idea actually to pledge, to get some pledges. And so we're taking on that. We'll have some other fundraising things going on too, but that's the main one.
Yeah.
Because if we can get, I think what I need, we need 10,000 more. So if we can get, say 150 people to pledge $100.
Yeah.
And to give that to us by October, bro, we ready to roll. We are really ready to roll, because that's money outside of what the churches may provide.
Yeah. You're talking about just regular people like me, right? Now, I'm kind of quasi, kind of like part of the team, but not really.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
But no, you're talking about folks who are just ordinary, who grew up, or who is folks who might be
People
new.
who just appreciate good a cappella gospel music.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. Now, and I'm a pick on my man Erwin because he's a shoe connoisseur. So maybe if he gave up purchasing just
come
a
on,
pair
Quake.
of shoes,
Come on, Quake.
right?
You can do it, bro.
He can be one of those 150 people
Yep.
who donates to the cause of the EPE.
Charles Berry, he got the opening with Charles.
Unboxing with Charles. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's a super nice incentive, to say, hey, let's don't wait until it's here. Let's go ahead and build this thing out.
And I'm gonna drop this bag.
Yeah.
Alvin Daniels Jr. has already agreed to come and speak Sunday for EPE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's here. Let me go ahead and hit that.
You can hit it again for me.
Now, is he a singer as well?
No, he is a preacher that is like,
okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. No, I get you. Because I've seen some of his stuff online, but I was just trying to appeal to that 1-2 punch, that dual threat kind of guy.
No, he don't need no dual threat.
Okay. He's just strictly.
Oh my God.
He gonna give you the word straight, no chaser.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel good going down though, because he gonna bring it. I'm telling you, he gonna bring it.
Yeah.
So much so. So yeah, Friday night, but then Saturday and Sunday to be at the Carson Community Center, and it's gonna be a blast.
Okay.
I have a couple of groups already linked in. I ain't gonna let that out the hat.
Yeah. No. You got to keep something in the tank. Keep us suspensified.
All I'm gonna say again is, if you got a chance to get here, you want to get here.
Get here, like Olita said. Olita Adams, get here when you can.
If you can.
Yes,
sir.
But we don't want if. We just want you here.
Just want you here.
We want you here in the building to make the Sweet 16 of EPE the best.
Yeah, it's gonna be special.
The coming out party.
Right.
Man. Okay, so I'm already trying to envision some of the social media posts that you're going to create, and then I know you got some other folks working besides myself and Chris and
Lady
and
O.
Oshery. Yeah, you got a squad of folks, and so I'm looking forward to Sweet 16. Sound like it's going to be a wonderful 3-day event. Friday dedicated to the young people, young adults. Saturday and Sunday, the same old, I don't want to say same old, but the regular format.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that you would normally have on, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're just going to have on a Saturday.
We may. It was brought up.
Yeah.
Because Saturday, we're going to have it. It's going to be like from 11 to 3.
Okay.
Right. So it was brought up to maybe try to do some kind of game night thing afterwards, because ending at 3, you still got all the evening in Cali.
Yeah.
The lights the sun is still up, and everything,
and the visitors want to do something.
Yeah, exactly. So stay tuned. We might throw in a little special kind of game night, for those who want to participate. Because again, it's about edification, fellowship, all the above, and so it's just going to be a great weekend.
That'd be kind of cool, maybe to have like a I don't know how you would do this, like a praise and worship sneaker ball. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just throwing that out. The bigness,
give me some comments if you're watching.
Absolutely. The bigness is in here, and he says, no J's, so we can have no more J's. No J's, so we can have Mo J's. Jesus. Okay. He said, I got you, D.
Who was that, Quake?
That was Quake.
That's what I'm talking about.
Erwin. So shout out to Erwin. And then maybe let me talk to the spouse and see if we can. I know we can make that happen, because sometimes we'd be like, hey, let's go to In-N-Out.
This the thing.
Yeah.
we're trying to get some representatives from each congregation, right?
Yeah.
Because in thinking about this, trying to reach this goal, I've thought about all the ways we can reach it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Like, if we got 10 people
From each congregation.
yeah, we there.
Yeah.
We there. And them 10 people, again, all you got to do is donate $2.50 a week for 10 months.
Hey, you making it,
And we good.
you making it sound great. You making it sound easy.
It's attainable.
It is.
It is attainable.
It is. Have you thought about having, as you're speaking, having like an EPE ambassador or maybe a couple at each, so that way
That's the hope. That's what the representative at each congregation is supposed to be.
See, that'd be kind of cool. You can kind of send out the masses, or you hop on your Zoom call. Zooming with Darron EPE. Hey, you got 20 folks on there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I know you guys are at different spaces, different churches. Check it out. Can y'all identify? Can y'all be the spokesperson for the EPE?
Mm-hmm.
Get these names and text messages and emails of these folks. Hey, send them this link every.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get 10 people to donate $100 each.
Yeah.
And you can get couples.
Yeah.
They can do 200. So like, me and the spouse, instead of going to In-N-Out or the Starbucks or whatever.
Or Houston's.
Or Houston's. Okay. Man, look, I love, we almost empty nesters. I got my roommate, but we like a good Houston's. We like a good meal every now and again.
I know that's right.
But all kidding aside, man, I mean, that's something that couples can, maybe they can commit to 200 and singles can commit to 100, 150, Erwin said he's going to give up a pair of J's.
I got him.
So that we can have some J's.
Yeah.
So, super, super nice, man.
Beautiful. I appreciate it.
Man, did we miss anything? Did we hit all of the folks?
The MCs was great.
Oh, man.
It was beautiful to have Lee teaming up with Jay.
Man.
Hey,
Jay, Michelle.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that tremendously, having Lee Bryant there.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth, Jimmy.
Go ahead.
I thought year 15 was going to be the last one. I really did.
Okay. But.
Yeah, but.
It's not.
But it ain't.
I kind of, excuse me, I got to shake this cough. For me, it kind of didn't start, or it didn't have the same flair as last year.
Mm-hmm.
For me in the beginning, it kind of, I don't want to say it was sub last year, but it just seemed different, right?
It did.
But as it kind of went on and it did its thing, the machine of the EPE, it got better and better each night. And so, there were some ups and downs and some flaws and peaks and valleys, but that's life. And when you deal with technology, when you deal with people, when you deal with schedules and things of that nature, things might not always go the way that we would want them to. But in the end, I think it was a standout situation. Folks were edified. Folks were encouraged. And we walked away like, that was really, really cool.
And and it's even better for me when it's like I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
this was all God.
Yeah,
literally, this was all God. So trust in Him, and He will direct thy path.
Absolutely, man. I think, I was trying to bring up a couple of the images from Friday night. Let me see if I got this one of, we talking about Leotis on me. You looking straight at the camera on this one, right? I know you ain't gonna be able to see it, but you'll see it later. But those of you who are, in the building right now watching the live stream, you'll see he looking straight at me. I'm like, I got you, bruh. Don't be looking at me like that. He's wearing this bright bumblebee polo, and he's looking straight at the camera. No, I think having him and Jonathan Williams as guest, both guest MCs or MCs for the EPE was super, super great. And I think it worked out to our favor, and everyone had a wonderful time.
Yeah, everybody did.
Man.
Everybody did.
I think we covered a lot tonight.
I think we did.
Is there anything else that we didn't cover? Now.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Go ahead.
I just want to continue to say that my team is awesome. My team is awesome. You know, they don't get, the background people don't get a lot of shout out. But you understand you need background people.
Yeah.
Right? And so Myra doing the vending, Am dealing with the food and stuff like that. Cornell and Eric dealing with the sound.
Man, can we all just have big old EPE shirts that says Minister of, what is that? Minister of Beats?
Minister of Beats.
You know, I looked at that. I was like, what's this dude talking about? I was like, if he's the minister of beats, then I'm a minister of the lenses or something. I don't know.
That's right, Jimmy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah. Now go ahead, man. I just thought that was funny.
And so, my wife, she helps out. My daughter, Sydney, she helped out. Drew helps out. It just becomes, and everybody that's pretty much on the team, we so close because we done grew up so long together. It's like, it ain't like you working with people. It's like you working with family.
Yeah.
And that makes it even that much better. It makes it that much easier. Serena Boykin, she's the one make the flyers, and she's the one that pretty much runs the website. That, if I got any instruction to do, people start tuning into the website. It's going to have a running meter of how far we are to get to that goal of 15,000.
Yeah.
Invitations and what's coming up within the brotherhood that you may not know about. Just start checking out the website, the EPE to EPE.com website.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. All right, go ahead. Keep going up, man.
And then I might as well take this time to announce the latest recipient of the Jamari Nicole Adams Scholarship is our very own Jimmy James and Maisha Riley daughter.
Hey, what's up with that?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah.
And check this out. There is no nepotism in this thing because, even though I'm part of the team, I'm not part of the team. So I was just as surprised to find out as, I was just like, hey, what? She got a scholarship?
I'm not part of that part either.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not part of that party.
No, appreciate you because she been asking. I'm like, baby, hold on. We gonna figure it out.
She'd have had that check last week.
If I wasn't out of town. Oh man. I know, but you know what? Here's the thing. I believe she's coming home for spring break. And if that is true, true, I think next week. I don't know. I know her mom was supposed to buy, my wife was supposed to buy looking at airplane flights. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. So that way you can do the whole presentation.
I want to be able to get the picture because for tax purposes.
Yeah.
And the reason is that I had to fill out these paperwork for this 501c3.
Yeah.
And, they asked, and I had to put down there that we provide scholarships.
Absolutely.
And I'm only thinking they asking because they asked for the website too.
Yeah, they want to know.
They want to be able to fact check.
They want to see some receipts.
Yeah, so I want to be able to have a picture that we done gave that girl that check. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, just again, we'll make that happen. So, and that's what you guys have always done. I remember when you gave scholarships to either one or both of the Bacchus twins. And so it's. Then
we had a non-COC lady receive it year before last.
Absolutely. So, we just happened to be in the building. If you know how to access the application. Like, Darron said, Darron is not that savvy, so he doesn't know anything about the scholarship situation, and I'm not putting him down. He already told you he doesn't handle that. He just handles the whole weekend in terms of getting the participants, getting the flow of the program and all that kind of arranging flights on Delta and Frontier and Spirit and whatever the case might be. But yeah, so it's two different, that's not his area. So,
but I can send you to the right person.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've, Crystal, thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate it. So I did say I was going to mention something about Crystal. So Crystal had, long friend, family friend. Kids went to school together. She used to worship here with us at Alondra. She moved out to Texas, and so she's doing her thing. And so just recently, she's like, "Hey, James, I've been seeing, some of the stuff that you're doing, and just, and she's been kind of been tickled and intrigued by the whole process of live streaming, and so just trying to walk her along that process, and hopefully she can get where she can have conversations like this, and so would love to see and help in any kind of way. I love technology, and so we'll do some stuff, Chris. We'll make sure some things are happening, and then Richie Allen says, love to hear Myra lead holy every time. It takes you higher to a higher level of worship. And then Mr. Quake says, shout out to my niece S4. So yeah, absolutely. And it's those of you who are just watching, it's kind of like a small family knit community of what we do out here in Los Angeles. A lot of us have grown up together. And so, my daughter is Erwin's play niece. I've known Erwin since I was way back in the, knee high to a pup. So,
if you was knee high to a pup, how tall was he then at that time?
Not that tall. Not that tall. So, Darron has been along, he used to hang out with us and, my friend group, and we were just like, who's this cat over here in the back?
Yeah.
And,
that was the Oakland Youth Conference.
Yeah. Man, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to P-Dub.
Shout out. Hold on. Let me see. I didn't. There we go. Okay. Man, great show tonight, man. I think we're just about done. Some of our viewers have watched. Oh, no, we kind of still in there. So do me a favor. Close us out, man. What are some last things, some takeaways, for the 16th anniversary or the coming out party of this EPE Sweet 16? Go ahead and give us some last comments, and then I'll close out the show.
I have really found a second joy on planning this one. So I just hope that it comes across that way. Again, Alvin Daniels will be here. I'm trying to work on that another speaker. Again, we got a couple of groups. I want to tell y'all so bad who it is, but I can't do it right now.
Don't tell us.
Can't tell you. But it's going to shock you when you hear about it. Oh, my God, it's going to shock you. But so you need to be here. Thank you again to all the churches who have, and their leadership, who have believed in EPE for the past 15 years. Thank you to those who have made special donations to EPE up until now. We still need you. But thank you to everyone. I can't say it big enough, long enough, or loud enough, but thank you. And 16 will be great because you're in it, you're involved in it, but also because God is a part of it. That's all I got to say.
We're 10 months out, probably. We just finished February, and so maybe 11 months out, and
one more, Jimmy.
Go ahead.
That. Shout out to Pepperdine for their assistance in sponsorship. Way to step it up. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Jeff Walling, Rudy Haygood,
and Tim Spivey.
Tim Spivey.
Yep.
One by One.
Yep.
All of those folks from Pepperdine, and they're really wanting to forge a partnership with the local church here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because going back in the day, Pepperdine was, it was considered or is considered a Church of Christ school.
Yep.
And so, I was talking to Brian Davis. Those of you who Brian Davis is out of Texas. His dad was the first African-American professor at Seaver College or Pepperdine College way back in the day in the early 70s. Yeah. He was the first black professor, and then he was also the first black department chair with everything that he taught. He was in the recreation department. And so, and is also credited with creating the first kind of Black history curriculum or class for Pepperdine University. So I knew that we had a conversation last week on the NCS Best in the West podcast, and so just had him on there, and so that's why I know that information. And they want to be relevant now. I know Rudy Haygood, my good friend, is wanting to make sure that Pepperdine is in the spaces where Black churches are, and wanting to bring some kind of connection and prominence to just making sure our kids have an understanding of Pepperdine as a university, a Church of Christ university, and providing a top quality education. And so I can say that truthfully because, let me see if I can give you this right here. Bam! Go Waves. Go Waves. Class of 2003. That's right. Anyway, no, it was a wonderful show, man. I appreciate you hopping on. And then I forgot what I was going to say earlier, man. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, I got it. So we're a whole, I think this is the first time, Darron, that you've had the opportunity to kind of lay the vision for next year's, for the following years so early, right? And so coming off of 2026, right now at the end of February, you're laying out the foundation for what's going to happen for the 2027 EPE. And so I think that's probably the first time, wouldn't you say, that you've had this opportunity to kind of vision cast and let folks know.
It's the first time I've had $5,000 to start off for it, too.
That part. That makes a whole bunch of difference. A whole lot of difference.
Yeah.
So, hey, do me a favor. Hang out in the green room. I'm going to close the show. I think I'm still on Facebook. At least I see the recording sign still on Facebook. I'm not too sure who's still in the building. Oh, Morris Pippins is still here. I think Michelle is still here. He says, bring Jonathan and bring Lee back next year.
Ask Mo Pip, did you sign a pledge card, brother?
You know what would have been nice? If we had, if we were, we'll have to come back and do this again when we're ready to kind of roll out some of the pledge, and we can ask for folks to sign up. Either maybe it's linked to your website or Google Doc or something, so that way you guys can follow up. We can ask for ambassadors at each of the congregations, no matter where, because we have folks come from all over. It ain't just California,
right?
We got folks who come from way, you got Leander.
They come from Texas.
Man, they be in everything.
You got people come from up north.
Absolutely. Carlos Jackson.
Yay area.
Yeah, absolutely. So, maybe at some point in the spring, we can come back and have that form ready, available, and kind of talk about
coming from Alabama.
Yeah, and have have another sit down session and connect with those folks and kind of let them know what the vision is all about. So again, thank you for being here, man. Hang out in the green room. Erwin, you know what happens in the green room, right?
That's why I got on green.
I know. Talking about beef. Man, tell us the story behind this shirt. Let me give you full screen, and then we're gonna close it out because now we just in tomfoolery. Go ahead.
I'm a Biggie Smalls fan. So you remember the song "What's Beef"?
Yeah.
And this is like a few of the lyrics. Big beef is when you need 2 gats to go to sleep.
2 gats.
Yeah. Them YNs know what gats is.
Oh, but we know what gats are.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
When your moms ain't safe up in the streets, I don't let my mom in the street anyway. But the last one, when you roll up no less than 30 deep, just beef.
Yeah, just beef. All right, dude. I appreciate you. I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad we don't have any beef, but I'm glad that we're partners. I'm trying to do what I can to help the cause of EPE, and so I appreciate you joining me tonight. Do me a favor.
Thank you.
Just hang out in the green room. I'm gonna close out the show, and then we'll be done, and we can go home and eat dinner.
Bo Sheezy.
Absolutely. Hey guys, so hey, another wonderful episode here on the West Side Show. If you want to be a guest on the West Side Show, let me know. Just hit me up on all the socials. You can contact me on my YouTube channel. You can contact me on my Facebook channel. You can send me a message, jriley42. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and just put it on here. If you want to be a guest on JRILEY42 at gmail.com. Erwin's laughing. He's like the green room. Richie Allen says, great show. Let me see if there's a comment right there. There's an inside joke with the green room. Great show. Thank you, Richie Allen. And then if you want to be a guest on the West, man, I got to shake this cough. The West Side Show, there it is, my email, jriley42 at gmail.com. That'll get you to me, and we can talk about it. I'm trying to have my man, Dewan L. Johnson, come on out, be a guest on the West Side Show. Morris Pippins, if you can bring some value.
I think, what church Dewan go to? Does he go to Central Boyne still?
I don't know. That's a good question. Dewan, if you were still here watching, we'll have to hit you up. I think, one time I hit him up in Messenger, and so I'll just have to follow up because he does with insurance and retirement, all that kind of good stuff. So, but yeah, if you want to be a guest on the West Side Show, hit me up and we'll have you on and we can talk. My friend Crystal Woodard, hey, we're going to have to connect. I got some ideas and how we can help start your podcast. But other than that, everyone, stay tuned for the EPE 2027. Hopefully, we're trying to get Carson Community Center. And so we'll have Darron Jones, the vision caster of the Emphatic Praise Explosion. We'll have him back on in some time in the near future. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful time. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you like the content. And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime we drop a brand new video. Next week, we'll be back on here doing something with somebody. And so until then, have a wonderful week. And I am signing off. I am Mr. Riley, coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. See ya in these West Side streets. Peace.
Sunny days, West Coast rays always bright. Mr. Raleigh rolling through, lighting up the night. Palm trees swaying as we cruise mid-July. Ocean breeze kiss my face, ain't no need to lie. City of angels, concrete jungle dreams. Golden hour glows brighter than it seems. Mr. Raleigh on the west side playing scenes. Spinning stories on the mic, got 'em chasing themes. West Coast, the best coast, you heard it.